Hello my fellow gamers and welcome once again to my SimCity video tutorials. I'm going to continue my high density region, my Gemstone Valley. In this episode I will first be bulldozing what is left of my Riverbend city, my ex low wealth, medium wealth gambling city that I used to unlock the elegant casinos for the Ruby Road, and then because of the overwhelming number of votes I got to make the next city my oil and refining city. This is the plot where I will be playing around. As this is a multi-city region, there are a few things I'm going to have to do before I actually start building this place. In this city, the only things that I'm going to leave standing are the train station, the city hall, the high school, the garbage dump, and the solar power plant. Everything else is gonna get bulldozed and then remade into my new city. When it comes to the region, there are a few things that have to be taken care of. I have to see just how much power does the region need and how much power will this city need. I need to see the same about water and sewage. I have to send some recycling trucks, if I haven't already, into this city. Share with it some fire, health and police. Send it some money from my highly successful Casino City, and also I need to turn on the trade HQ that is at Emerald Empire so that this city can build a trade port and upgrade to selling by ships or rail, so I don't have to worry about how I'm gonna be selling all this oil and later on plastic and fuel. So now I will be pausing this video and I will get back to you once I bulldoze most of this city and do the things that I just talked about. And now I'm back. I have bulldozed pretty much everything except, like I said, the passenger train station, the city hall, high school, the garbage dump and the solar power plant. I have turned everything off and now I have close to a clear slate in order to build this city up. As I said previously, I'll be using parts of the two designs that were submitted by my viewers. I will be changing more than a few things, but some of those designs will be incorporated. And here we go. I'm back. This is what I made. As I said, I used some of the designs from the two viewers that submitted their designs for this city. I incorporated some of those parts. I changed a few things, added a few things, took away a few things, changed the placement of a few things. So this is what we get. I have three bridges, two of them in the middle, one suspension bridge down here to connect the high wealth neighborhood with the industrial part of the city, and two bridges to connect the low and medium wealth neighborhoods with the industrial part of the city. When you enter this city, from the left you're hitting a roundabout. You can go up here and find your way onto this avenue, which will lead you to the other side of the city and the other exit. Also, you could go forward and also get to that part as well. I have tried not to connect too many streets into too many avenues so that there wouldn't be too much traffic from the same sources. So as I show you the zoning, you will see I have left only the zones how they are going to look like once I go to medium and high density. And the streets that are dirt roads are not connected to the avenues. Only the streets that are low density streets are connected to the avenue. I did this so you could be able to see it more easily which streets are and which streets are not connected to the avenues. Down here I kept one of the more interesting designs from one of my viewers, so he envisioned something like this. I hope I stayed close to his design as possible. I have made this a high wealth and medium wealth neighborhood. Up here I have another high wealth neighborhood. On each side it has a little bit of medium and the rest is low. This part here is entirely a low wealth neighborhood. The high school has stayed here. I have added the police station and the fire station here, while the high wealth neighborhood has this clinic. While I have yet to choose exactly where I'm going to put the clinic for this low wealth neighborhood, I was thinking of placing it somewhere about here, because that is the place that I have left empty. I am going to need mass transit. The passenger train station will be here. I am going to need a bus terminal, which I'm going to place on this street here. The ferry terminal is going to be located over here. I am not going to have a streetcar network in this city, nor am I going to have a shuttle bus depot in this city. I am going to have this solar power plant remain here because I need the extra power for all these cities. I have made only one garbage dump, which I'm hoping that is going to be enough. If there is always the possibility of relocating these sims that are going to be living here for another one. There's just enough room here for another garbage dump. But as I said, I'm hoping I will not have to do that. This entire area here has been left for oil drilling, then refining, and the trade port that it's going to be about here. And it's going to export the goods by boat. I have not made another passenger train station on this part of the city because I simply couldn't find a very good way of connecting those two passenger train stations with a rail network, because it would go over the roads on too many places, because there just aren't enough hills in the city plot to make any sort of bridges or overpasses. Well, I think that's pretty much it. I'll be turning on the required services now. The school I will keep off until tomorrow, and I will need to place the school bus stops. I have not turned on all of these solar panels, only part of them, because I do not need that much extra power at the moment. I will buy the power from the region until my power station gets enough workers to start creating power. I will just need a few of these industrial buildings to be created so that I unlock the oil wells, and then I will place them instead of any factories. I will be turning on the guide me in drilling right now. So this city is officially specialized as an oil drilling city. There we go, oil wells have been unlocked, and now before I made a single ounce of air pollution, I can already close these down. It's not like I'm not gonna be creating air pollution when I start refining this oil, but for now it's just gonna be drilling and ground pollution. Now that we have a novel setup, we are going to need a trade depot. I will place a trade depot where my refineries are going to be later on, and then once I get the trade port, I will place it here and empty the trade depots and make the refineries in their place. Now the weird thing is I have unlocked the trade HQ in the region in 2 of my cities, and I have turned them on, but this city, for whatever reason, does not wish to unlock the trade port. Now, it is possible that it will receive the commercial divisions unlocks, but only once I actually have a trade HQ unlocked in this region. We'll see exactly what happens as we move on. Set up for export. 9,000, that's not bad for oil. Plop 3 different storages. Let's plop 3 different storages. Happy now? Happy. Trade 72,000 in global. Okay, let's trade in global. The reason why I have left these streets here as low density streets is because they have not created any traffic lights when they intersected the avenues. So they are not going to be either zoned or upgraded. They're just there to provide places for these cars to make U-turns or to go through these neighborhoods more quickly. Oh, come on, why? Why? Bloody hell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jeez, no, come on, don't hit their brains. Shoot him, shoot the zombie. Shoot him in the head, you stupid cop, in the head. Gotta shoot him in the head, dude. You won't drop a zombie without a headshot, bro. In the head, don't run around the house. What the heck is this? Who's chasing who here? What in the world is happening here? It's like a horror movie with some very bad actors. Check this out. Even zombies don't jaywalk in SimCity. What did I do to deserve a zombie attack? Bloody hell. Not cool. Anyhow, it's close to the morning, so I'm gonna turn on the high school and going to place the school bus stops. I have only just realized that these two neighborhoods are not connected in any way to the other streets. It's weird because it seems that I started planning it one way and then went another and then forgot that these guys would end up not being connected in any way. So I'm gonna have to rethink these two neighborhoods. I guess the simple solution would be for them to be zoned like this on the left and the right side, without having any need for this street down here. I should just first check, but I think it's gonna be okay. How much space do they need? Yeah, they're gonna be okay. Going to high and medium and high density. So this zone, destroy. This zone, destroy. Okay, that will do the trick. The other neighborhoods look fine, so it was just these two. Now, where was I? Yes, I was placing the bus stops, school bus stops, yep. There we go, all streets have been covered with school bus stops. The zombies have been burned by the sunlight, which is weird. I never knew zombies die from sunlight. I thought only vampires do that, but we'll leave it up to Maxis to mix up the urban legends. I should see about filling up the rest of these zones. I still have lots of unfilled jobs, so I shouldn't build anything else until I hit medium density on most of these homes. I have been wondering how this whole shebang of avenues and roads is gonna work out over here. I have left a few of these low density streets that are connecting these avenues so that there wouldn't be any traffic lights on this side and this side. They are connecting this avenue from which then they can go up to these bridges and go over to the industrial part of the city, and it goes behind this avenue that goes bridge-like onto this hill, while below it is another avenue onto which nothing is connected except again this avenue that goes parallel to the edge of the map, so they can go either over this bridge and go into this avenue down here, or they can use the lower part and go into this curved avenue which leads with these two bridges over here on to the industrial part. It may actually turn out to be a bust and I get a huge traffic jam, or it may turn out to be a great idea. We'll see how it develops once we get to medium and later on high density. I should probably add 2 more cop cars because I have a lot of regional criminals. The reason why I have so many regional criminals is because some of my cities have a quite disbalanced workforce. For example, the Emerald Empire has a lot of medium wealth unemployed, and they turn to crime, even though these other cities require a lot of medium wealth workers. When you play that city, only a fraction of those unemployed actually are commuting out, while when you're playing some other city, you will see that a huge number is commuting in. So whenever you are playing a city that has a lot of unemployed, they're going to be creating criminals. But if you're playing a city that doesn't have enough workers, all those workers are going to be commuting in. The same thing is happening in Topaz Toast, where I have unemployed on all 3 classes because I'm planning to have at least that city have excess workforce to fill up the open jobs in these 3 cities. But if I'm playing that city for a longer period of time, it gets about 50 to 70 to 100 criminals, all because those people are unemployed. But they are only unemployed when you're playing that city. If you're playing any of these cities, as I said previously, they are commuting out and they become employed. So Maxis, I have to admit, you really failed at the multiplayer connectivity between cities. I have unlocked the trade HQ now in this city, and I am waiting to unlock the petroleum HQ as well. It should be unlocked very soon. There we go. Now the trick is I need to actually find a spot for these 2 buildings. Well, I do not yet need the petroleum HQ, so I won't be plopping that one. But when it comes to the trade HQ, I seem to have a strange issue that none of the trade HQs active in the region are actually active in this city, and it's not getting the unlocks. So I'm gonna be playing around with that for a while and see if I'm going to be able to enable this. If not, I'm going to find a place for the trade HQ once I hit medium density and I can switch one of these neighborhoods for a spot for the trade HQ. That will allow me to build the trade port, and then I will be able to build the refineries later on. So guys, that is pretty much it for this video. I really have nothing else to do here but wait for my sims to be ready to go to medium density. So thank you for watching, and please stay tuned on my channel for more.